Hello, everyone. It's Annette. This is InTHEknow 360, bringing you unfiltered
All right.
stories, game, and exclusive drops from the next wave of stars. And now you're locked into InTHEknow 360, where real conversations meet raw talent. Let's go. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to InTHEknow 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm-hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journeys of high-achieving business owners and music artists who share with the audience the importance of building a strong community of like-minded individuals on the road to greater success. And this evening, I have the pleasure and honor of welcoming Mr. Craig Patterson Jr. Yay!
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm honored. I'm honored to be a part of this podcast. You're doing a lot of wonderful things.
Thank
I
you.
actually want to get involved in some of these wonderful things that you're doing as well.
For
So,
sure.
so it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to hand the mic over to you, sir, so you can introduce yourself.
All right. Well, I'm Craig S. Patterson Jr. So a lot of people know me as L Croc. That's my artist brand. I'm the founder of Get Right Entertainment. That's a Sound Off Saturday for profit platform that I built for the artists. And I'm also the founder of my nonprofit called Built, bringing unity and the lives together. That's a spinoff just strictly for my babies, for the youth. And it's also a platform for undiscovered talent.
Okay. And how did you get? I guess we can start by you're just a multifaceted person, first of
Thank
all,
you. Thank you.
and I,
Appreciate that.
you're welcome. And I really appreciate your platform, especially for the youth, because I think we need leaders like yourself to guide,
Yeah.
and shepherd them through in the right way, doing the right things right out here. And especially in the communities, because that's where we all start,
Hmm.
right? They say what? It takes a village to help,
Yeah.
create um individual that, like you were saying earlier, we were talking earlier, that multi-talented, and just honestly, just like I was talking with my last guest, and sometimes they just need to be heard. Well, a lot of
Hmm.
times, and attention, and maybe a hug or two, right? So that's where we are right now, especially in all the crisis that's going on in the world. But I'm not gonna
Yeah, that's
start with
fine.
that. But hey,
Oh,
it's
you
getting deep
fine. You
already.
fine. Yeah, because I mean, it has to. We a lot of times we have to include that into the conversation.
Right.
So there's like this platforms for the youth is bigger than just the talent. Like finding the talent and getting the visibility that they deserve. We have mentorship. We have health and wellness. We got everything that you can think of to be able to form, shape, and uplift these babies the way they should be. Even though we strictly like one of the things that we focus on is music, like we pushing our program through music. It don't the one on ones is much more important because you don't never know a person's a situation. So a lot of people overlook the baby. Oh, they just kids. Oh, these kids got emotions
Yeah.
and feelings too. So it was a no brainer to say, all right, if I'm creating the platforms for artists, why not do
Right.
it for the babies too? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So what I did was I didn't go into it alone. I
Mhm.
immediately start reaching out to different people. I had
Mm.
already knew people with, creative skills, LLCs, or just have any kind whatever skill set that I felt that a fit
Yeah.
for what I was doing, I reached out to personally. And now I can honestly say that I have I want to say 10 partner entities
Wow.
and 10 core members. We have two youth leaders, a youth
Mm.
ambassador, all a part of the team. All a part of the team that's looking to build and go after go after this mission with me. So it's like team you. It's impossible.
Mhm.
It's impossible to reach your goals
Yeah.
and complete your mission on your own. You need a team.
Mhm.
You need a team. So I'm big on team.
That's so true. I mean, it's the that's saying. I think it's a African adage. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go, what? How does that? Long or far, go together.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's something like, and I think you got it right. That's why I ain't chime in. I'm like, hold up, I know what you, but I don't know exactly how I forgot it.
It's all
But
good.
but that is true. That is true. I feel like I'm not looking for pleasure. I'm looking for consistency.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's I want to keep it going. Like my name is worth more than money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always about, all right, how we gonna create this legacy with me.
Right.
Everything that I put my hands on, it has to be legendary.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I want to pour in our kids and,
Yeah.
and and everybody else. That's why I did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I got a platform for whoever.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're
No,
60. I got something for you.
you have lots. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Guys, I mean, I was like, wait a minute. He has all these different components to his platform and his
absolutely.
community base, which it's near and dear to my heart because we need more people to reach out to work together. I think not just COVID, but just other things in the world, we've segregated or separated ourselves from socialization. I mean, this is great, like doing the virtual, like social stuff, but actually in person is different. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's kind
absolutely.
of it's a different I don't know. This helps, but to get people together, but it's different because you can be like, hey, like what's going
Mhm.
on, and just
Yeah, yeah,
commune, have brunch, have whatever together, and
right.
just talk about things. But anywho, let's go
Yes.
ahead and move on to the beginning, right? The start of it all. Like, what sparked the creation of Built, bringing unity into lives together?
Well, my upcoming has something to do with it, but it was what I was seeing. I was once I start learning, um, once I start getting the business aspect of everything, that like how to actually be an entrepreneur, learning about financial literacy, and just tapping into all the independent things that you need as an entrepreneur. I wanted to make a difference for real because I always hear about it, and
Yeah.
then when I was seeing certain things happening, it wasn't consistent. It didn't keep going on. So it was like, how
Mm,
you want to get credit on something you paused on?
mm,
So I said, I started off with, all right, I always been a helpful I've always been about my people. I want to help
yeah.
somebody. I want to help somebody genuinely at that. But I said, uh, I took a step back and I'm like, oh, I'm fortunate to have the kind of children I had, but
Mhm.
I don't. It's things that I see and speak on
Right.
before it even happened. I didn't
Oh.
start realizing that to this year. Like, I'll be really speaking things into existence. And when I have it's certain thoughts that I might have that
Mhm.
a lot of people will be like, yo, why you thinking like that? But I always look at it like, all right, it's a turning point to this. The way I'm thinking about it sound negative, but
Yeah.
the outcome is going to be positive.
Mhm.
So I start utilizing all those tools and mechanics that I was blessed with
Yeah.
up here. And I said, you know what? Let me put something in place to where as though I can touch every lives at the same time. But
Mm,
but 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 it could be separate.
mhm.
It don't have to be the same platform. We can separate it.
Right.
The biggest thing was one of and I went a little too fast. One of my biggest motivation and influences was my 12-year-old son.
Wow.
That dude teach me things. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
learned from that kid. And
Yeah.
the one thing that boy told me one day, he said, "Dad, remember when you said that my age is a 2-digit number, just another 2-digit number?" I said, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Why did you say that?" I said, "Because just because I'm older than you, don't mean I know more than you."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Well, how come you don't have other 12-year-old?" Well, no, he was 10 at the time. So this was 2 years ago, and this just finally clicked today. He said, "Why do you have other 10?" That's what he said. He said, "Do you have other 10-year-olds you can talk to and say that to?" And I said, "I actually don't." You know what I mean? So all that start hitting me and hitting me. Like everything just poured down on me at one time
Mm,
this year. I've been came up with the name built.
mhm,
Um, Get Right Entertainment and Built came about at the same time in 2023. The acting part just finally
mhm.
me acting on it just finally hit this year. Like
Oh,
and it was, well, what can I do to help change the community?
right.
And a lot of people be like, "Oh nah, they already doing that. Oh no, some they already doing that."
Mm,
What's wrong with copying the right cat?
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with that. People call it, "Oh no, I don't want to be Joe." It's something wrong with it if you copying the wrong cat. But if you copying the right one, what's the problem?
Right.
So I said all these individuals that's aligning up with
Uh,
me, but doing the same thing,
right.
or gold and stopped and go to stop. I'm gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it going, and I'm gonna turn it up a notch and
Mm,
add some things in the mix that you would have never thought of. 'Cause I'm
nice.
just creative like that. So it,
That
it
that's
was it was just that easy because not only am I capable of getting a hold of my community,
mm-hmm.
but I love doing what I started, and that's
Mm,
writing music.
yeah.
So I said, why not use what I love
Mm-hmm.
as the forefront
Right?
and help everybody else because there's a lot of kids that have the talent,
Yeah.
but they just don't have a platform to share it on, so they don't do it.
Mm,
They don't have nowhere to go at
right.
to, to learn music, to learn about business credit, to learn how to structure an artist brand
Mm-hmm.
and make that your platform. Like these people don't know that. Even a lot of independent artists, they don't know
Yeah.
the business part behind it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we come in at. Like, for example, our Sound Off Saturday platform, it comes with a phone call about financial literacy, how to structure your artist brand,
Mm.
correct? How to set it up and make you fundable.
Wow.
Everybody, if you rap, sing, tap dance, play an instrument,
Uh-huh.
I don't care if you do backflips in gymnastics,
Okay.
you can turn that into a brand and fund yourself.
Mm,
So that, like, all those pieces I had to put together and say, "Oh, what am I doing? I'm not just gonna give out good lyrics."
right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna put everybody on,
Mm.
and I'm the individual that had to pay to learn.
Oh.
But that don't cost me to say I had to pay for it, so I ain't giving it to them unless they do it.
Right,
Mm,
right.
No,
Right.
I was a chosen one. I did my calling was, oh, let me get the information that people can't afford and bring it
Mhm.
back to my people and
Yeah.
and make them because they yo one thing, one word you say, one
Yeah.
feeling you can give somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One push you can give somebody can change their lives forever.
Yeah. No, that's so true. I mean, I'm glad that you're doing this because it helps one from my understanding. You've had people in your community that started something like you said, and then it stopped. It kind of fizzled, right? And it's going back to the whole entrepreneurship and building your network. It takes a while, right? So the third day, like for instance, you're going to the gym, you're like, yeah, 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 I'm so pumped, I'm going to the gym. But the third day, it's like, oh, I don't know, I think I might want to chill, right?
Yeah.
But it's that push, whether or not like the consistency, you may not want to do it, but you know you have to do it because of what you signed up for, you know.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
and it also helps you to make you feel accountable for your actions to the community, and the community, they need you. You know what I mean? It's like a two-way street.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And also having it's not, honestly, we need more people. So people look, this is what I tell everybody, and it's funny because like a lot of entrepreneurs, they would talk, we would talk to each other and say people will tell you all kinds of stuff because they're not doing it.
Right. Right. Exactly.
and
Exactly.
and not only that, we need more people to do it, so
Hmm.
that way we can come together as a community, because we
Hmm.
need these leaders, we need people to be out here and shepherding our youth, right, the babies that need our help and attention, because they don't have any guidance. A lot of it's unfortunate that there's no guidance out here, but we need the leaders to give the guidance,
Yeah.
and you being one of them. So I applaud you for that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, and I took the initiative to reach out to people. And the Lord, he has his way of finding the like-minded people and aligning me up with them. So, I got sponsors by nonprofits like Philly Woods 7. Shout out to Sean Frog Banks. I got sponsorships from Neighbor Helping Neighbors. She was my fiscal sponsor before I got my determination letter for my
Mm.
nonprofit and offered me her space. That's
Wow.
what our original address was for our babies, but it wasn't big enough. So shout out
Mhm.
to Miss Maureen Walker because we still have that space to do interviews and
Mm.
mentorship programs and different small things for our kids. Then it was Kayla that introduced me to Elaine Johnson at the Johnson Center. And that's where we putting the kids at on a bigger stage because
Mm.
she had the space. So that's another sponsor that came in and said, I love what you're doing. Let me contribute. And even Kayla joined our nonprofit team with our creative space and connected all the dots.
Wow.
Connected all the dots. And it's individuals like everybody that I just met that it just naturally happened.
Mm.
We didn't look for one another. It naturally happened. We naturally wound up in the same room at the
Mhm.
right time.
Mhm.
And we built and we built and we built.
Mm.
So we these them three individuals that I just named alone, we don't even have 6 months in it. And we already
Wow.
our alignment is already like this.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's bigger than verbal. Like we going strong. We got the parents involved. Every
Yeah.
performer that's on this showcase next month at our
Mm.
Unity in Action showcase, every single parent and some is involved in this movement.
Wow.
It's an
That's
unstoppable
amazing.
thing. Cause,
That's
cause
amazing.
the only way it's gonna be longevity if we stay consistent. Because
Yep.
consistency comes with longevity. and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody see the bigger picture.
For sure. Well, shout out to everybody on Instagram and YouTube, Facebook. It looks like
Yeah.
Big Croc Wisdom Wednesday. How are you doing?
Big
Miss
Crocs in the building.
Yolanda, 68.
Oh,
Charmaine
mama.
Banks, K Money, BSF,
Oh, Lord.
Beauty J Beats. My apologies if I'm
Everybody.
mispronouncing names. Um, okay, so growing up in Philly, right? What lessons or struggles excuse me, shape your purpose today?
I wanna say a lot of my pop stories.
Mm-hmm.
That helped me. That helped a whole lot. Cause my pop was a little wild, so that helped a lot. I haven't. I thank God I haven't seen too much crazy things. But it was a lot of it came from my pop stories, the way his past was. It was very dark. He made a lot of mistakes. He overcame some some some
Mm,
horrific things. As far as addictions and hurting people and things like that. And then as I got older, I was able to hear other stories.
mm,
You know what I mean? So that helped pave the way. And to this day, I still hear about people that was incarcerated passes and
mm,
you know even death. And people losing they moms, they like a close sibling. That shaped me because I haven't experienced that. All I can do is all I have done was witness other people experiences, and all that helped me become the person that I am today. People passes, man,
mm.
dark passes, yeah. So it's
Wow.
like I really I'm not one of them individuals that's gonna sit there and tell you that I had it bad in it because I didn't. I didn't. Every decision, bad decision every bad thing that I did, I made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like to hear other people's stories that really didn't have no choice. Like
Mm,
Brett was, I raised myself and I ain't had no mom and dad. And I was doing this in the streets and I was doing that. And
yeah.
what I mean, I went through this, I went through that. That's what helped shape me and pave me.
Mm,
Yeah, and Philly and Chester did that.
mm.
Yeah, but the biggest was pop stories though. That's one of the biggest.
Well, I'm glad that your pops, shout out to him and his stories that
Yeah,
helped save you and guide you. See, that's what we need, the leaders to guide us to just maybe even have a decision and maybe have an option for a decision, right?
right, right.
Before things happen or get out of hand. Um, as an artist, entrepreneur, and a community leader, how have you blended all three in your mission?
Well, I'm just beginning to get you. Well, I'm just getting started.
Okay.
Um, like as far as putting it together, it's complicated. It's complicated because I'm still on the verge of expanding my team. So, as of right now, we still very young and short staffed. So, it get overwhelming. But I'm addicted to it, and I love it. You know, I can't remember the last time I got the chance to write, but
Mm,
thank God I have so many things written, and
right.
I got so much music that I was holding on to. I said, man, let's just give it up. We ain't worrying about mixing and mastering. Let's just give it up. So it's like juggling it. It works. I make it work somehow, some way, every day. I start to like discipline myself with putting times on things like, all right, 2 hours of the day, I'm gonna do this. 2 hours of the day, I'm gonna do that. So, like for instance, I would say, like now, I switched up my scheduling for applying for grants for my nonprofit from 7 to 9. Then from maybe like 1 to 3,
Mhm.
I start doing some search optimization for Get Right Entertainment or something for Sound Off Saturday platform. And I just let the rapping thing come naturally. Like
Right.
as far as like shows,
Right.
because people will reach out to me for performances and things like that.
Mhm.
I still do, but I find myself slowly fading away
Right.
from the rap scene and just focusing
Uh,
on uplifting both of these other platforms that I have. But I find a way to get a lot of things done. Some days it might just be
mhm.
strictly let me focus on the babies. I'm gonna just
Right,
focus
right.
on Bill.
I know we need to do that, right?
Yeah, shoot, this week it just been strictly built because I'm so excited for this showcase next month.
I
I done
know.
blocked. I had a single release that I didn't even.
Uh,
I said I ain't worried about that single right now. I'm so locked in on this youth, man.
Yeah.
but
Wow.
I find a way though. I juggle them all, and
Yeah.
grace of God,
Yeah.
it don't like stress me out or overwhelm me in a negative way.
Yeah. WKYJ Radio Live. What's going on, brother? Brother Page, Mike Page in the house.
Yes,
Should check
Lord.
him
Yes,
out.
Lord.
There's a lot of people joining here.
All right.
Uh, okay, so as you were saying, Built uses music and movement to uplift the youth, right? What makes these tools so transformational?
The music through built
Mm-hmm.
expression. The kids have a platform to express themselves and actually get seen and heard.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
yeah, and then like I said earlier, it's more that comes with it. So
Mm-hmm.
we actually sit down and listen to the kids. So
Mm.
these kids is going to receive the one-on-one mentorships.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So we let's see where they mentality is.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Then it goes from there. Then it goes to a next step. Like it's we teaching financial literacy is starting at 8 years old.
That's great.
Plan. You need to know these things. We need to prep our babies so
Yeah.
when they hit that real world on their own, they
Yeah.
already know what to do. They already they already they already know about personal credit, business credit. How to structure their brand. And
Yeah.
even with a lot of these perform like these entertainers, these young
Mm-hmm.
entertainers that's under their parents. It's a lot of the parents that
Mm-hmm.
can receive some of this valuable information.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
like it's starting with the youth,
Yeah.
but it could be ending with any human being. You know
You
what I
know,
mean?
you know what's so funny? I'm glad that you mentioned that because like what you were saying, like your son was teaching you stuff and it's really interesting because this is great. You're
Yeah,
teaching the youth and youth is gonna teach us, if that makes sense. So it's a
psychological.
cycle. And the this is like an anecdotal I came across, right? Not trying to promote him, but his name is Myron Golden. He's like a financial. He's an entrepreneur, and he was talking about how in history, right, for
Mhm.
mathematics, who ranks higher or the highest in the world, and he was like, the Asians do because they like into the whole math, right? And he says, you ever thought about like when you're counting money, right? You counting money from the highest to the lowest bill, right? Um, but they teach us adding and subtracting from the right to left instead of left to right. And I was like, and I was looking at what he would like how he was calculating. So I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. He says, think about it. We're calculating the highest amount of bills first. Like we don't start with the dollar bills. We start with like 20, then 10, then 5, right? And then 1.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you adding or subtracting from the left to the right. And that's in Asia, that's how they teach the kids mathematics. I'm like, and it's simple
That's
because
wow. Yeah.
you don't have to do the carries. You just you know
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
You can look
it's
at
really
that. You can
interesting.
look at that and solve the problem. Wow, that's amazing. I just learned something. Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
we've been taught the wrong way. We've been
yeah,
taught backwards.
yeah. You absolutely right.
And it's
You
like, why
absolutely.
they do why they do that to us?
Hmm.
But it's really interesting. But anyway, I when you said financial literacy, I'm like, I have to drop this gem
Yeah.
because like
Yeah, look, I stored that in the membrane. I'm gonna write that down. Absolutely.
like, cause growing up, right when I was in college. You worked at like as the cashier or whatever, and you have to count your money, right? If you're giving the customer their change, so
Mhm.
you're doing it from the highest amount to
So,
the lowest amount,
yeah,
which is really interesting. I don't know. I just find that fascinating. Like we were taught the incorrect way, but yet we're struggling with all these tasks in school.
exactly.
Think about it, like you cringe when it's like, oh no, it's a math test, oh no, it's a chemistry test,
Hmm.
but we could have learned it an easier way.
Easier way. Yeah, yeah. You complicating the lectures.
Right, and we could have scored high,
Right.
but it is what it is. Anyway, I thought it was really fun.
That was fascinating. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it makes you think.
It
So
does.
tell us about Sound of Saturday, right? How did it start, and what impact has it had on rising stars or artists?
We just finalized the way we want to have it structured. Um, so far, I believe that like visibility
Mhm.
across all platforms is very important. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to structure it. Like considering like me, I'm an
Mhm.
artist, and the experience that I had, especially with people, because like it's a lot of like platforms that just they do it for the money,
Mm.
and not to single anybody out. With me being an artist, I like the way I like to do business. I like to do business to become long term with that
Mhm.
person, to become a long term partner. Like if I don't see that, then and I'm good, because like one of the things with me is I want long lasting, not just for myself but for everybody.
Mhm.
So I'm like, let me create that. I want to share that. I'm not a selfish dude. Like I
Right.
really I want to. Let's come up together.
Right.
Let's build together. Let's hit that next level together.
Yeah.
So like
No.
our platform is not just like a run and gun platform, where as though we take your money for the performance, you pay us for the services, and that's it. Oh, we want to build with you. So I created it for people like me, the independent underground artists.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not only is you gonna get hurt, we gonna do it together.
Yeah.
We're gonna teach you and help you with the ads, run the ad spins. We're gonna teach you how to market.
Mhm.
We gonna teach you how to put your brand the right way so you can be fundable. So
Mhm.
it's to me. I want to help. I want to help
Right.
shape people and going forward into the right way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think you hit the nail on the head because they say, just in general, entrepreneur gurus or whatever, your network is your net worth, right? And to me, like you say, like long lasting relationship, like if you think about it, okay, a lot of things are transactional. You go to the store, you purchase I don't know, something from the store, and you get the product, right? And you use the product at home, but it runs out. So
Exactly.
that's the way I think about like relationships is abundance to me,
Hmm.
because okay, paper is not, a lot of people think it's wealth, and it's not. It's your relationships. It's you putting your time, energy, focus, and attention to something or someone,
Yeah.
and you're building upon it. You may not see that pot of gold immediately, but eventually everybody is going to be abundant together.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with just in general. It's how much is it, as opposed to, okay, let's go ahead and work together as a team, and then at the end we split this pizza, right?
Yeah.
This big
Absolutely.
pizza.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, like, oh shoot, my company is receiving ROI and such and such. I'm going to invest in your company. Oh, my company this year made it. That's how, like, farmers, right? I mean, if you think
Hmm.
about it, back
Yeah.
in the day, we didn't have all these things. So you had the ranchers, you had the farmers, you had people that had the hog farm, had the chicken farm, whatever the case may be. They have eggs, and then they have whatever, and then you have vegetables and fruit. So we all came together and shared each other's resources.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like, we had to get back to that mentality of, it's like barter. It's like, oh, I don't have sugar. Do you have sugar? Oh, do you have milk? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
how we need to
Exactly.
get back to that
Yeah.
whole type of mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, like, how to get there is, people should have an open mind and an open heart, right? Because without having that open heart, it's really hard to I guess get to a place where you can actually get the ball rolling. Because
Hmm.
the greater mission is helping our babies, like you were saying, our
Hmm.
youth. Because at the end of the day, we're not spring chickens. We're not
Exactly.
getting
Exactly.
younger,
Right. Right.
and they're the one that's gonna lead us. They're gonna be
Yeah.
the ones to say, okay,
Yeah. That's what's
whatever.
important to teach them. It's important to teach them, like, you cover more reach a whole lot quicker as a unit.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that these babies is gonna learn. Bringing all this talent together, y'all gonna be on the same in the same room,
Hmm.
and when y'all work together, you cover more reach.
Right.
People, so like the way it is now, with a lot of like entrepreneurs and brands, it just seems like it's just so competitive.
Mm. Mhm.
You don't see like no connection and building and brand, like brands come together,
Right.
build and expand.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
so much competing.
Yeah.
I gotta do it better than her. Oh no, I gotta I gotta get more than him. Like, it kills me, man, because like just with social media alone. You know how many people like just focus on likes and followers. I had to talk to a kid today. I said, dude, he said, oh, Mr. Craig, he only got 300 followers. I said, dude, are you crazy? You know, you don't even know this person. You know what I mean? So it's like this is the reasons why we got to step in and say, "Hold up, baby boy, let me teach you how this thing go." You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, Jo Productions? Much love. He
Oh,
said Philly love. Shout out. He said Philly too.
yeah, it gotta be like the and just that, man, just having that unity, uniting.
Yeah.
Come together. It ain't about a dollar. Because my thing is, just imagine if everybody, if
Right.
all the if millions of brands got together and said, we all gonna put this to do this. We gonna
Yeah.
put this together to do XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like now you talking about what it took me probably years
Mm-hmm.
to do on my own can happen in a few months because I got that team.
Yeah.
I got that like-minded people because all creativity can align with one another
Mm-hmm.
and become a success. But it's
Yeah.
the mentality levels of individuals that be like, ah, nah, I'm cool, I'm good.
It's
All
like
this,
it's like, okay.
yeah.
It's so true, because, like, for instance, when we're going up for, I don't know, a stock, or whatever the case would be, right?
and we all put $1 together to purchase the stock, and then it's like it hits, right? So now you're having dividends. Well, guess what? We're going to split the dividends because that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to make your money work for you, not you work for the money. And that's the mentality. I think people are in this rat race, or this like narrow focus on the granular things, when it's the world is bigger than you.
Hmm.
We're
Yeah.
all we're all connected. We all have to live here together. Like, why not just make the world a better place? And the first thing is, okay, help each other out. Okay, have this mission, and the mission is building a community and helping the youth, because again, at the end of the day, they're the ones going to be leading us,
Absolutely, without a doubt.
and they're gonna remember.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not gonna remember the number. They're not gonna remember the likes. Like, when you come out to in the real, like I was telling my kids, in reality, it doesn't matter how many likes you have. Like, that's not gonna help you in
Hmm.
real time. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Like it's so many. Like my thing is, all right, when you talk about this monetization that goes on the social media page, it's like so what happens with that? Because any that that's part time to me. So
Mm-hmm.
whereas though, all right, a real time following is a forever fan, somebody that's actually gonna you know what I mean? Like when they reshare, all right, they gonna have they people support, buy and support. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The same with them. Every single time, repeatedly. Like when you doing something that you love
Mm-hmm.
and you doing it from the heart,
Yeah.
everything else is gonna fall in place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The financial thing is going to automatically come when you genuine about it and you
Mm-hmm.
doing it from the heart because you love doing it. You know what I mean? Some people they have put the wrong reasons in play.
Right.
I need a bag. That's what they say. No, I need a bag for this. There's so many individuals that only have their name. So every like what they past was like they built the name up in the past and up to this day, yo, my name is everything. I need a check. I need a check for everything I freaking do. Which is and that's all fine and dandy. I totally respect that. Me, the mentality I got,
Right.
what kind of impact
Mm-hmm.
can I leave? But the money gonna come. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about the money. I ain't tripping about the money. My name is more important. So what kind of impact can I leave on this situation, whatever, regardless of what it is? So it's remembered forever.
Yeah.
I don't
And
even want the credit for it.
mm,
Oh, because as long as you know, I'm
yeah.
cool. You ain't gotta be like Craig did this, Crack did. You ain't gotta do that. Because as long as I know, we know,
Right.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. All right, Diva.
Right.
And then later on down the line, you hit me up like, it worked. Ain't no more. Say, I ain't gonna be like, make a post about it, tag me, collaborate with it. No, you know what I mean? I'm good. I'm good because that's what my satisfaction is, knowing that I was able to make an impact and a difference and help somebody get to that next level, get to that next peak.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Bring some value into this person's life. That's that's
Yes.
that's that's what I want to leave behind, and
Mm-hmm.
and and have continue going.
Yeah.
So technically, I ain't leaving it behind because it's just gonna get repeated
Right.
over and over.
Exactly.
I had to
Exactly.
correct myself. Yeah,
No,
I
and it's contagious, right? In a positive way, because the thing about it is, how did you make the person feel, right? It's the
was.
impact that you left unmarked, like whatever the case may be. Oh wow, he called me up, or we chatted, and I was going through a rough patch in my life, and he sowed some seeds. He helped me to get through my day. because the thing about it is this, I think the memories is what matters,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
And with that, it helps to bring light, more positive light in your life. And
Hmm.
anywho,
Yeah,
but
that's real.
that's the
That's real. And I just
for
want
sure.
to touch on that real fast
Hmm.
because I always tell people if it wasn't for you capitalizing off the advice,
Right.
how would it work? It wouldn't have worked if you ain't do it. So give yourself some credit.
Hmm.
Yo, you helped me out a lot, dog. Well, you helped me help you because you listen.
Mm.
You know what I mean? All right, so it's like it's already going to be there because it's in your heart that you knew where it came from. So I don't need
Mhm.
no bragging points behind that. You don't have to broadcast that it came from me.
Right.
You know, you got it from me, but you did it. You
Hmm.
deserve the credit.
What one more thing that I was just thinking about. Like we going back and forth.
Yeah,
So when people, like you were saying, copying, right? Honestly, it's flattery. So the thing about it is, to me, is if somebody decides to utilize my material or whatever concept, whatever I said, that's great because it's showing that I'm impactful.
exactly,
You know,
exactly.
I
No
don't I
negative
don't
about
take it as a like a, oh wow, why are they doing? No, please feel free,
yeah,
utilize everything that you're seeing.
that right. Like long as they ain't got your logo and nothing, you know what I mean?
Right,
That's a
right.
different story. But
Hey,
yeah,
as
and
long as it's
that's real.
providing like a positive impact to others, I don't care. That's just the way
Absolutely.
I feel. Hey, you heard it from me or you heard it from whoever, but you're
Mhm.
putting it on your platform and you're promoting positivity. That's like, shoot, you can't lose with that.
Exactly. Exactly. Cause I used the example the other side because
Hmm.
somebody was complaining about that. So I used the example. I said, so what if this same individual that did nothing that you would tell anybody, like follow any of the advice that you did, I mean
Hmm.
gave them, or like completely doing everything completely opposite of what you tried to help them with, teach them, whatever, and they tell somebody that they look up to you. Oh no, I wouldn't want that. Exactly.
Hmm.
So why wouldn't you want somebody that's doing the right thing with your information to do the same thing? You know what I mean?
But
'Cause
you
you
you know you know you a person, that's true, but a person can still be doing the negative things, but looking at you as the positive guide still. You know what I mean?
I
So
don't
it's
want
kind
you
of,
telling
you're
nobody
kind
you
of
look up
like
to me though.
you.
Like if you out there, if I'm telling you, yo, you need to change your life around, man. Go ahead,
Right,
go to work,
right.
get a job, be there for your kids, and you out there doing the opposite, and you telling people, man, I look up to him. Don't you do that? No, I don't want you telling nobody. No, then they gonna be looking at me different. Like, well, what the hell is he telling this boy? Yeah, what the hell is he doing? Nah, don't no, no, don't use my name for that. Now, if you going out there and you making similar platforms
Okay.
like Bill, that's a different story. Yo, I look up to that. All right, if you choose to do that, I'm cool with that. Don't you go out there doing wrong. And I tried to teach you. Well, I assume I attempted to teach you right. I don't like that
Right.
word try. But I attempted to teach you right, and you going out there talking about Mr.
Yes.
Patterson, my mentor. No, the hell I ain't.
You're like, okay, let's try to stop smoking for a week, right? Or to
Right.
stop smoking. But like, man, they're like smoking. They're like, I really look up to Mr. Patterson,
Yeah.
but
They on
I'm really
wild.
trying. I'm really trying to stop smoking. I mean, he did. Now he did tell me to stop smoking, but hey, it's hard. But I'm just,
Why they smoking? Why they?
it's hard. But he did tell me.
Yeah, man. Cause it's
Oh
like,
my
all right,
goodness.
I'm like, man, you could have actually kept you could have kept that to yourself, or call me. Call me when hit me up.
Right.
Jeez,
Oh my gosh.
jeez.
That
But
is
yeah,
too
man,
funny.
it's the and that's on a serious note. That's one of the things that's motivation.
Right.
To consistently attack, because it's one thing to have a real good conversation with an individual and it be uplifting,
Yeah.
but it stopped there. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Or it's just periodically. No, you gotta be consistent. Cause you gotta be consistent at everything you do. If you're gonna make a difference, if you're gonna take that role to make a difference, then it got to be full. That's a full-time job.
Mhm.
You don't get no days off from doing that.
Right?
So that's the difference between really making that impact in your community full time for real
Right.
than being part time at it, because it's not going to change it.
Right. And don't do something you're not going to be, like you said, consistent with if you think that you just don't have the time for it. Right. I
Right,
mean, you can try it out, but do know that it comes with that 24/7 mentality for sure.
right, right. Thanks.
Can you share like a moment, right, at the sound off that gave you chills, like a performance or story or breakthrough that I know you just started, but something that's been impactful?
Um. Wow. We got an unreleased one of breakdancing.
Hmm.
Cause I'm not like, I've seen breakdancing, but it been a while. So it was like to see it again, since it been so long, it was like my first time seeing it.
Wow.
Cause we was at the pier, and we just went down there just to get some photos. Cause shout out to Tone, shout out my best friend, my partner, the whole 9 yards, my right hand man. He's a photographer now, so we went down there so he can work on his skills, get some pictures edited and all that. Make a long story short, we met some people down there, and we got to talking, um, and we said, "Yo," we just happened to have a speaker just in case, because what we do, we go out and we
Yeah.
don't look for the talent, but we like, just in case we
Right.
run across some talent, we got this speaker, we gotta get them. So this specific person, we asked him, we said, "Yo, got what size tattoos? What else do you do?" He's like, I break dance. And we're like, "Can you do
Mm.
something right now?" And we are, mind you, like the pier where we at is like all this rocks and dirt. It's glass.
Wow.
It's all kinds of stuff, gravel everywhere. And this dude just, all right, put something on. And we like, "You serious right here, right there?" So that, it blew my mind, man. And it was so inspiring, because I'm like, yo, this dude really enjoy what he
Mm.
does. You know what I mean? He enjoy what he does, and not only do he enjoy what he does, I found that to be very supportive, because
Wow.
that was genuine. Because he had to do that. Like, he messed his hands all up doing it, but he said, "Man, I really wanted to. You asked me to do that. I like what y'all. I like what y'all
Yeah.
doing." And that's my way of supporting. So I found that, and it's sad to say I don't remember this guy's name. I have to go on my Instagram
Oh,
and
wow.
find it. But that was real. That touched me. That was like a
Mm.
real touching moment that has something to do with Sound Off Saturday.
Mm.
So that's an
Wow.
unreleased episode.
Shout out to the break dancer.
Yeah,
For sure. My goodness.
man, I wish I remember
He's
his
for
name,
he's
man.
for real. He was like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing this.
He started flipping and everything. He jumped on the rock and hit a backflip. I was like, damn. Yeah, that
Wow.
was amazing. That was
Wow.
amazing.
Oh my goodness. So you mentioned financial literacy, right? The core of built. Why is it so important, and especially for the underserved and the youth?
I because everybody deserved to know it. I think everybody deserved to at least have the education about independency.
Hmm.
Like, okay, I get it. No, I don't want to be a boss. I don't want to be on my. I get that, but I feel like everybody should know. That's just like, and especially for the entrepreneurs, like, you want to know how to do what you're hiring for.
Yeah.
You want to just know how, have knowledge of everything, because you get jacked over, and don't even know how the money
Right.
missing or anything because you didn't learn it. That's a
Yeah.
serious problem. So it's very important to have that information. And
Mhm.
financial literacy, that's our life.
Yeah.
That's our life. You know what I mean? Money management, knowing the value of a dollar is
Mhm.
our life. And
Mhm.
is very important to know. Cause and then it's not gonna be information that you'll get in school. You know what I mean?
That's
College
true.
ain't gonna teach you this.
Nope.
Public schools ain't gonna teach you this.
No.
So it's important for um all the information that our babies need for long term, because we that's our
Yeah.
biggest word, longevity.
Oh yeah.
That they get it as early as possible. Soon as you
Mhm.
old enough to understand,
Yep.
you're gonna get
That's
it.
true. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, especially in taxes and being an entrepreneur, you have to know these different forms and 1099 and the what
Yeah. Tell me
whatever
about it.
and then
Yeah.
having to file prior to the regular folks, right? Because there's a certain date, cutoff date, and all these things. But and it helps because you get to learn what you can write off. That's the ticket right there.
That's the biggest thing. That's the
Okay,
biggest
I'm
thing.
gonna
Yeah.
write off, this computer, this whatever phone
Yeah.
or what
Yeah.
have you.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, just with having an entity alone, and
Right.
you can fund that entity
Hmm.
through with your personal, with your own
Hmm.
hard earned money.
Yep.
You killing them. At the end of the year, you doing your business taxes with your personal taxes,
Yeah.
and you writing everything off. Like, I paid for this, I paid for this, I paid for this. Man,
Right.
so you
And
don't even have to be doing business if
right.
you don't want to, but just having, man, I'm gonna just get an LLC so I can save on tax. Because the entrepreneurship ain't for
Yeah.
everybody.
Right. But
But we
it's
all can take it. We all can make it make sense. Just make it make
yeah,
sense.
yeah, it's positive because the thing about it is like you don't even have to have ROI to be quite honest with you. It takes about like maybe 5 or 6, however many years to even sell anything or to see an influx of funds, profit. And but you can write off your debt.
There you go.
So
Okay.
that's a really good thing about it.
Yeah.
Um so what Okay, mentorship, right, is powerful, and you've mentioned mentorship. What makes a great mentor in your eyes, and how do you connect with the youth with the right guidance?
Experience.
Mhm.
You gotta have experience. That's the only way you're gonna get, especially through the troubling youth that's misbehaving, that went through these dark paths. That's
Mhm.
why it's important that I have experience on my team. Like,
Mm.
and I got Sean Frog Banks. It's experience on top of experience. So
Wow.
he know what it like to lose close people. He know what it's like to be in the streets. He know what it like to be incarcerated. He know what it's like to see people die, the whole 9 yards. So you
Mhm.
gotta have experience. And and every youth is different. Every
Yeah.
soul is different. So just having the experience with babysitting at 9 years old. Like, I don't have that experience, but I bring somebody in that does.
Mhm.
That's how you get through to these babies. You can't be this individual telling these babies something that you never experienced before, and get
Right.
mad that you ain't getting no results. Dude, they know your background. So you got to have experience. That's the most important thing.
That is so true. Yes, and I definitely know about the whole babysitting when you're 7,
Yeah,
when you're
right.
also a baby.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I ain't knew. I don't know nothing about that. I was actually getting babysitted. So I wasn't. It
Mhm.
was the opposite way around. I was
Yeah.
in there. I was in there attempting to cook at 7 years.
Right.
I
Right.
almost burned the house down.
I would tell my kids, I'm like, My first thing, the first type of food I learned how to cook was rice
What?
on the stove.
Oh Lord!
you know, but at
Oh, burn
seven,
the house down.
at 7 years old, and you're like, okay, now it's really interesting because I can't even imagine myself doing these things, but I had to do it. I had no choice.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
watching babies at that age, 7, walking. I remember walking from elementary school to the back to the house, and I had to take my nephew with me. And we were it was I don't even know, like maybe 2 miles or something. Just walk.
Damn,
Okay, just follow me. Let's go walk home. At
that's a
7, I'm
long.
like,
That's a long walk. I think my block. I was walking to school at 7, but my school was only like 4 blocks. You know, it was
I don't even know how
four
long
long blocks.
it took
Yeah,
a
two
while.
miles. Yeah, that's man, that's crazy. But yeah, like that, and that it has to be experience behind that. Cause just imagine if you was that teenager and you wanted to look up to somebody, and
Yeah.
you asked that person, have you ever done this? Did you been through that? Did you see? And they like, no, but I can tell you
Right.
about it. How?
Right.
You
Or
never
like
been through it.
flying at I think I was 13 years old, flying from Germany all the way to Texas. I think that was like the first stop or anything, with a 2-year old. I had my nephew. So,
Oh, you
okay,
had a layover. Your layover was in Texas.
yeah, I had to push the stroller, right?
Yeah,
And I had to change his diaper on the plane at 13. Like I was a whole
13
2-year
years
old
old.
with me. A whole 2-year old with me. And
Dang.
it was very interesting. And I was so yeah, you're right. I had a layover and then I had to go to Honolulu. And I was pushing the stroller, right? And I'm like, I thought I saw Will Smith because I started to stop, be like, hey, what? But I had to kept going to the
Yeah, you had to get to that next
to
plane.
that gate,
Yeah.
right? I was like, darn
Cause sometimes don't they be connecting? You got
it, right?
them layovers be connected, boy. You better get over there to that gate.
But
Man,
yeah,
that's
you're
a
right.
heck of a spirit.
Experience.
Yeah. Wow. 14 years old. That's a long and
Yeah.
they some long flights too. You talking about
Yeah.
overseas to the States.
12 years. Yeah, 12,
Wow.
12 hours or some crazy, whatever amount of hours.
That's
So,
a story.
built right isn't just about programs, it's about breaking cycles, as we said, of like violence and different things that maybe are in our community. How do you take on something so deep rooted?
Well, with the team.
Mm,
With the team, that's also impactful. And I want to be a listener first.
mhm,
So just having the opportunity to be around, you know, a difference. You
mhm,
know what I mean? So I'm around different situations f- from different people. Well, people, I'm sorry, I'm around young people that had different situations than I had growing up. And I get to hear their stories.
mm,
And I get to point them in the right direction, appoint them the right people,
mhm.
give them these sources that they need
Right.
to help them. Like it's so amazing. I get chills thinking about it. We didn't
Mm,
even start anything yet, but I get chills thinking about it. But because it's going to be something that I'll be able to take with me and remember forever. So
mm.
like I'm not just helping these babies. These babies helping me too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I get to witness some things and hear some things that I never witnessed and heard before, and it's
Mm.
it's coming from our little people, our futures.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's what I look forward to. I look forward to that.
For sure. Um, what kind of ripple effects have you witnessed in the lives of young people who come through your programs?
Um, Stories, because like I said, we haven't started any programs yet. So the stories we just did, where we finishing up a documentary on one of our
Mhm.
partners, Sean Frog Banks, and he just shared with us. yesterday. We was filming some of his documentary yesterday. A story of a kid, because I asked him the same question, so I'm using his answer since I don't have one of my own. And it was a kid, a 10-year-old kid that lost his mom to, like, she overdosed.
Mm.
And he was so immune and prepared, like prepped himself. He was 10. He was so
Wow.
immune and prepared himself for this day that he was in the house eating cereal when they came to put his mom in a bed.
Oh my God.
Eating cereal. And when Frog got the opportunity to face him to hear the story, he was like, "Yeah, I knew this was going. I knew it was going to come to this."
Wow.
So I was like, "Wow!" So just with that, like what we just said a few minutes ago, just with me being able to be in the same room with kids like that is an
Mhm.
honor.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's an honor to be able to help shave them and pave them and give them what they deserve. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Help them get on what they deserve. And that's people that have similar experience, if not the same,
Mm.
and rise with them, man. Rise with them. So yeah, that was like I never heard nothing more horrific than that. Yet.
Mm.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, wow. Gives me chills.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sounds like you're doing a lot of heavy and emotional work. How do you protect your energy and keep going?
I signed a no worry. I made a no worry policy a few years back. I don't I focus on the things I'm in control of.
Mm.
So it's kind of easy to like get over my moments. I just let moments be moments, get over it. So I definitely block the negativity. I protect my peace, so I don't allow like negativity to be around me. I had to remove some people, cut some people off in my life, family, friends, and I always sage my house.
You
Cause
me
you,
both.
cause you're not, because like, and speaking of
Yeah.
not being in control, you when just being outside, this negative energy that's in this air, this pollution,
Mhm.
you got to get that stuff up off you. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I'm serious about protecting my peace, and and now I'm to the point like it don't matter what room I'm in, because I feel like I would go into a negative room on purpose, because I know I'm gonna walk out of there with a different. I'm gonna walk out of there with somebody with a different mindset. Like
Mm.
that's the confidence level that I'm at now with my peace. I'm so heavily protected. It's like, man, I wrote a song called "Built Off Hate," building off a
Mm.
negative energy. Like I can be around it with no problem,
Mm.
and walk out of there with somebody on my time, positive than a mug. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, it came with nothing but believing in yourself. Like you
Mhm.
gotta know it. You gotta know something gonna happen before it happens. And I
Mhm.
always I always ask the Lord, yo, like what give me, like, wake me up. What's my full potential?
Right.
You know what I mean? Give me that person that I'm really in. Where's that person at?
Mhm.
When he did, I said, damn.
Yeah.
That's who I am. So man,
Mhm.
there's nothing like I don't worry about nothing now. Like yeah, you human, so everybody had
Yeah.
their days, but it don't last long.
That's
Like,
true.
it don't last long. If I'm like, oh, I lost my keys, I lost my goddamn keys, I'm gonna find them damn keys. I ain't worrying about them keys. Like
Right.
it
Right.
just changed like that. You know what I mean? So it's we in control of our emotions and
Mhm.
our feelings and everything, and we got a choice. Everybody
Right.
got a choice. So we choose to be that way too long. That's on us.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
really on us.
that's true. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like a light switch, right? You start thinking, okay, is this a big deal? because I say pick your battles. You know, do I want to
That part.
conform to, like, for
That
instance,
part.
my middle child?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Right.
handle your business. Okay,
Exactly.
you want to water your mango tree? Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. We'll just be late to school. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like one of those things where it's
Or you
like,
just keep
okay,
it in your head. You be, in your head, you be like, this goddamn tree ain't growing. You know? But you
it's really amazing. He grew two mango trees, but there's not. Yeah, I know. It's really
wow.
interesting. He has a green thumb,
I,
but it's so true. Learning how to switch it on and off,
yeah,
and
it's important.
I've having to, because at the end of the day, it's your peace, right? And me, I value my
Yeah,
peace
it
so
is.
much
It really, yeah.
that a lot of people, there's like you were saying, I cut people off, like family, what have you, because you just feel like a heavy burden that's lifted from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Because now it's like,
It's a-
I don't need to
yeah.
worry
Right.
about
Right.
all these the hoopla or whatever. And now I
Mhm.
can actually concentrate on what matters, which is the mission, God's
Yeah.
mission, and
Yep.
what you're doing for the community.
Yeah.
That's the way I
Yep.
look at it.
Speaking on that real fast, I want to share a quick story about an individual that I had to cut off because, and this was, I believe that it was going to be a difficult time. Like, been years, we got a lot of chemistry. I didn't realize until after that it felt like it was like so much weight that lifted off me. Here it is. I'm like, damn, that's my dog, man. I'm gonna miss him. I was just like, it was just like a woosah, like,
Mm,
I feel so much lighter. And I'm like, damn.
mm,
I ain't look back. I'm like, you would have thought that the day after was like 2 years from that. The
yeah.
way I was just like, don't know you, none of that. Like like I'm cool, happy as an ever.
Mm-hmm.
So, people sometimes like individuals be waiting too long because they don't be wanting to go through. They be think like, damn, it's gonna be paid. I ain't got time to have that on my mind. Sometimes that could be the relief you need. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean?
For sure.
That'll help you get the opportunities that you've been blocking quicker. You know what I mean?
Yes.
'Cause there's,
Amen.
yeah, there's so many like what you think, who you think that's your support can be the
Right.
one holding you back
Yeah.
so hard. You
You,
know,
you
man.
you know what I call that? I call it, like, well, I would say silence hater, or silence,
Yeah, downfall prayers.
right, like the negative energy. No, because, like,
Yeah,
for real, like, energy is so real,
it
okay?
is
Because we're energy. So
right.
the thing about it is, that person might have had a lot of negative entities or negative energy
Yeah.
attached to them. And so when they're in your presence, you don't feel it. You don't, well, you don't feel it like till probably later, because you're like dead tired, because
Yeah.
you've been giving your energy to help that person out. If you
Hmm.
get what I'm saying, like,
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
so now you that negative entity is attached to you, and you're like, why am I upset? Why am I mad? Why am I? This is not me. This is not my
Yeah.
emotion.
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
have to, like, Musa, like you're saying, and like, no,
Hmm.
this is not.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling
Yeah.
it from that person, because that's what that person was really dealing with internally in silence. But
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And it was coming off them, going on you the
Yep,
whole time. Yeah.
it's real for
Yeah.
people.
No, that's the frequency. That's how it worked. The frequency worked like that. And
Mhm.
especially if considering that, it was a before time. So now you're talking about
Mm,
10, 15, 20 years ago.
mm,
Well, you both still developing that time. Then fast forward to the day, you like, why am I on this with this person?
mhm.
And I ain't even like that when, you know what I mean, I'm away from them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Here it is. You got your agenda set for. I'm gonna get on this laptop every day and
Yep.
work until I find that job. But then
Yeah.
this person come along, yo, it's Friday. What's up, man? We going out? And you like, yeah, we out. You know, you
Right.
don't realize that one day gonna jeopardize the whole week. You know what I mean? But you don't look at it. You don't look at those kind of things until you got rid of that
Like I won't mention
negativity.
I won't mention any names, but
Uh oh. Uh oh.
I had a whole day and I'm like from the morning to the evening, it's like ring, 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 like the phone
Yeah.
call from this one individual. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be rude, but that really wiped me out that day. Like I had to go take a nap before I had to pick up my kids. That's how bad it was.
Dang. So, drains you out, burns you out, boy.
It's and
Man.
you have to remember when you have the light, it attracts everything.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
bugs are attracted to whatever it's
Yep.
attracted to.
Exactly. Exactly. You got. Yep.
So,
Every
oh
kind.
boy, that is
Mhm.
very yeah, that is so true. So, how can schools, right, communities, and organizations become proactive, not reactive when it comes to like violence prevention?
I think they should allow platforms like us into their facility.
Mm,
You know, somebody that can bring that different dynamic, because if, like, technically that's where the misbehaved children first go. That's, that
mhm,
the school.
right.
So that's one of the places that they have to be at first.
Hmm.
And a lot of these schools, like, come on, you got 23, you got 30 students in a class. You know what I mean? How can that one teacher provide that one-on-one that a lot of these students need if she got 30 kids in the class or eight? So when you partner up with nonprofits like us that's
Hmm.
providing these similar services, it'll balance out, because now you can say, all right, um, we got Mr. Such and Such
Right.
here from the. I'm coming with 4 or 5 people, so
Hmm.
let's break these up. Who is disrupting the class? Who's falling asleep in class? Give us those children.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's now the individuals that want to learn,
Hmm.
you can teach. And
Hmm.
we going to take care of this and straighten this out. So by the time they ready to go back to your classroom, we can just do some swapping. We can just add more value to the people, for the ones you had. So that's the kind of vibe, and that's what we're going to do. What we up against, because like Philly was 7. They
Hmm.
already pretty seasoned with doing that. They goes into these schools and go to the youth prisons and things in that nature. So
Wow.
they already working with autism kids and
Hmm.
things like that. So we're just
Wow.
collabing,
Yeah. Yeah.
to expand it,
Yes.
because we need more. It's never enough. It's never enough people.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So the order to capitalize and really like reach that we need
Hmm.
to get to,
Yeah.
we gotta keep recruiting. We gotta keep
Mhm.
getting bigger, bigger, bigger,
Yeah.
expanding. So yeah, man.
I
And
love it.
that's camp, after school programs,
Yes.
daycares,
Yeah.
public schools, charter schools,
Wow.
you name it. You name it. High schools, middle school, elementary, whole 9 yards.
No, that's wonderful because I like the intervention because that's what you're providing. That's what's missing, honestly, is the intervention piece to prevent, to become like this preventive medicine, to go in into schools and helping to assist, right? It's like football, you're doing an assist.
Mhm.
And not only that, but the classrooms, it's the ratio from students to teachers. There's more students than, that in the capacity. And the
Yeah,
teachers do need the help.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
But we do need more teachers that love what they doing, because
Mhm.
some of these teachers
Yeah.
is just doing it for a paycheck.
Yep.
And they the teachers y'all want to disturb the class, go ahead. Like, no, we doing something about that.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
like this, we not going to condone it, the
Right.
negativity. You know what I mean? We want these kids to be themselves,
Mhm.
but we want them to be productive first. Some of this
Mhm.
have to be instilled in these
Yeah.
babies. I mean, we not waiting for them to figure it out. They
Right.
don't have that kind of time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's like us saying we're gonna do it tomorrow.
Mhm.
No, we tomorrow. Are you crazy?
Right.
It's
Right.
10:31. We got 2 hours today. Two
Right.
hours left. Are you crazy? Oh
It's
man.
it's really, I find it very interesting because the thing about it is within that 2 hours, see, people need to start thinking bigger than what they're thinking. And
Right,
so when I say bigger than what they're thinking, it's because the 2 hours, like you're saying, every second counts, every millisecond counts, because that person, that youth, that the child might be in a very hostile environment, might be in a volatile environment where they need a hug, they need somebody to talk with.
right,
And
right.
anything can transpire within the 2 hour time frame.
Exactly.
And so that's where I think the mindset, that's just my opinion though. But
Mhm. No, you absolutely right.
for
You absolutely
intervention,
right.
anything can happen. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
And how do you do it? And you mentioned it, like the whole intervention, going to these schools and daycares and such, and helping, having a helping hand
yeah,
to the kids that are in need.
yeah,
And maybe they need more challenge, maybe they need to be, because it's only geared to a specific group of kids, right, level
hmm,
level wise.
right,
So,
right.
or
Yeah.
maybe they just, like you were saying, like the capacity, there's not enough teachers, or the ratio
Hmm.
to in it.
Like a lot of these children, like I noticed, like a lot of these children, they be embarrassed to not let people know they can't read, they can't write, they don't know how to do math. So what they do, they disturb the class because they
Mm-hmm.
don't want to. They don't want to take that risk to be called on. Hey,
Right.
Mr. Brown, can you answer this question? You know what I mean? Because of
Yeah.
the, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They worrying about the negativity that's going to come behind it. That's
Mm-hmm.
where we come in at. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, let that teacher know. Look, I'm gonna need, you know what I mean, some a tutor, some
Yeah.
extra help to help me with this.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's after class, before class, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what these kids need. I had a kid tell me, I forgot all about this. I was talking to a kid. This was probably like 4 months ago, and
Mm-hmm.
we was having a conversation, and he great kid, straight A student, got a real decent background. Got his parents. He's taking care of his grandmom. He's 16 years old.
Wow.
So in the middle of our conversation, I can't pinpoint exactly what we was talking about, but in the middle of our conversation, he was like, "Damn, Mr. Craig, I can't even remember the last time my mom said I love you, but I know she loved me though." I took that
Wow.
a different way because I'm like, here it is. This dude humble about it. You know how
Mm-hmm.
many kids that's affecting, that's turning that into negativity? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
like just with that, like damn, you
Mm.
know, what about this child that don't even have nobody in their life to say, I
Mm-hmm.
love you, kid. Love
Yeah.
you, man. Great job. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that didn't mean nothing to him, but it meant everything to me.
Mm.
Like, huh?
That's so
But,
true, because like, even, for those that have kids or what have you, the attention at the household, because it all starts with the home, right?
mm-hmm,
Sometimes you're so busy doing what you're doing to provide for the family, or if you're on your phone, right, and you're trying to, because I'm like, oh, I have to do this flyer, and like my son's like, but mom, I want to show you this, so I
yeah,
have to pause, like, okay, I have to put it down, and I have to direct my attention,
uh-huh,
because that's I think we get so caught up with having to feed your kids and help your family. If you're the breadwinner, you're the one that you're the head of the household, that
Hmm.
you forget that even as simple as that, just pausing for a minute to
Right.
see what your child is doing,
Oh,
just
exactly.
being situationally aware
Hmm.
of what you're doing and where you are, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that, I think
That's
that's the
important.
missing piece.
Facts. You're right. You're right about that. Yeah, because they don't be intentionally done.
Hmm.
And sometimes that one moment can put all these different thoughts into that child mind. That one
Right.
little second. Yeah.
Mhm. It looks like Sissy the God said facts. We have some other folks here. Official paper chaser. One we got to teach the youth. GRE. Sometimes that's
Oh,
all we need.
that's my
And
guy.
what's going on, Mr. Twan Spencer speaks. He was just in an interview with me yesterday. But yeah, for sure. And so moving on, what's something you've seen work on the ground and not in theory when it comes to breaking cycles of violence?
Um, I believe that it is some people out here, including myself, that can break it through music. Like even though the music to the
Mm,
day is helping promote it, I still got belief that it's music
yeah.
like mine
Mm-hmm.
that can get through,
Mm-hmm.
and the presence.
Yeah.
You like that's why I do interviews behind all my releases. So you have a clarity of what the song is really about.
Mm,
So that's why I believe that yeah, it is music that can change the dynamic of people in the society. Because
mm-hmm.
it's not society, it's the people in it.
Yeah.
So people be like, "Oh, I don't want to move there. I don't want." Yeah, because of the people. Like, oh, this world crazy. It ain't the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the world. So that's one thing. And then of course, us coming together. Because how we gonna make a difference and tell individuals you need somebody, man, go get somebody, get some help, and we ain't even doing it.
That's true. That's true. We're
So we
we're
want to be
helping
the
each
examples.
right. We're helping each other right now. It's
Yeah,
like we were talking earlier about how you ask God, source, the universe to bring you. You want to help, right? Support people and support the community, and then when you get it, it's like, oh,
yeah, yeah,
like,
right. Yeah.
oh, it's a
They
lot,
can't dance. Yeah,
right?
yeah. But
But
that's how the frequency work though. Like the Lord know how to align his people up. So I'll be like, man, that wasn't an accident. That happened on purpose.
yeah,
Or people be like, oh, that's a coincidence. Man, I was on purpose.
right.
Purpose.
And it's really interesting how I don't even know how we met. I think it was through Big Rock Wisdom Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah, that's my daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, and then just, but it's really, this is
Like a
good.
lot of people be swearing like with Get Right Entertainment. That is big crack play. Like he be holding that down.
Yeah,
So people would hit me up like, yeah, man, thanks for and I'd be like, what are you talking about? That'd be big crack, man. So shout out to him because one thing that he do, he always engaging with people. He
mhm.
he always he always complimenting people content. And he genuinely go on these people on everybody pages, including yours. That's how he found
Yes.
you, and really likes what he see. He always commit himself to a certain time of day to do just
Oh,
that.
oh,
And I commend him for that. Yep.
thank you. Big shout out to you, sir.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's move down to, okay, youth and gangs, right? Breaking the cycle. For many youth, gangs aren't about violence; they're about belonging. right? How do we create spaces that offer them the same love without the same cost?
Yeah, I mean the generosity.
Mm,
I guess the kids is they they moving off them. They finding it from the wrong people, but they think just because they took them in and
mm,
you know what I mean. They calling them yo bro. Everybody say bro, dude. They ain't your brother. You know they offer them places to stay because
right.
it is a lot of parents that just let these kids do what they want, or these parents never home.
True.
So the genuine love and letting them be they self,
Right.
but reintroducing them to more. So just with that genuine love, because then you gonna know the difference if you never received it before.
Right.
So these people that you think, who that ain't your that's not your brother if he wants you to go rob somebody with him. That ain't your brother if he knew he did something to somebody and he got you with him riding in that neighborhood where that person at. You know what I mean? Knowing it's a possibility they can retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That ain't your brother if he trying to talk to your girl behind your back. You know what I mean? So like these they got to get experience. Again, we going back to the experience to genuine love. Somebody that
Yeah.
that, that really care, you know?
Yeah. So what can artists do? And I've asked this before, to promote their music in a way where um it's not promoting like the gun violence and what it's portraying, unfortunately, in the media. And from my understanding, um I don't even want to put the information of like hip hop, right? For instance, it's morphed into different things where it's not hip hop, it's a way of societal norm, right? Where they think it's cool to, like you said, violence and promoting these negative things. So, what do you say about that as far as what can artists do to help promote positivity as opposed to, I'm not saying you have to change the narrative, but you really do if we want to change the narrative, right?
Yeah, yeah, we gotta break the generational curse. That's all. We gotta break the curse. See if it was more, and that's why we gotta go through our youth because our youth thinks it's okay.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Oh, it's just music.
right.
That's why they make the music because of course it starts from the higher ups. Like that's the music that sell. They know we gonna kill one another. We falling into the trap. But
Hmm.
the more voices that we get to break it,
Right.
break the generational curse, come out this trap, realize, yo, let's get back what's ours.
Hmm.
And let's change the dynamic because it can go back to where it was because hip hop was fun. You break
Right.
dancing, you
Right.
know what I mean, the dollar parties and all that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, now there's till you I don't even see a lot of these artists' faces. I don't know
Right.
what they look. They wear shiesty masters, whatever you call. What the bullshit?
You know what? So this is my understanding. My understanding is that a lot of the rappers, right? They never been in a gang, for instance, or they claimed that they were in a gang, but they really didn't do anything in the gang, or I don't know, whatever the case may be. But they're creating these songs about gang banging and all these things. Like, what's your opinion on this? Like, what do you think about this as far as I'm promoting this music, but I really wasn't in a gang, but I'm, you know,
It's
and then
sad.
the people, the young folks, or just society in general, are like, oh wow, I need to get my gold chain. I need to live this lavish style. Um, but that's not the reality. And a lot of artists, just in general, don't really live in that lavish style anyway.
Right.
So,
How about that? It's the mentality, man. It's the, it's the, and a lot of times you'll hear like, oh, it's the surrounding. It's the mentality level of people is 9 times out of 10 because of other people,
mm,
the other people. So it's like, damn, all right, I can be down Kensington, the place where everybody you see a bunch of people shooting dope in the middle of the street and all that, and I can find that one thorough person at the deli that nobody want to go in. That one thorough person, and the heart of killing, drug activity, the whole 9 yards. And this one thorough person can can tell me one thing to make me look at my whole life different.
mhm,
So it's the people, it's the mentality in these individuals, and because who wants to look like money and not be the money?
right.
You have to be you. Something is seriously wrong upstairs if you like. Yeah, I'm buying that. I get $500 this week from my paycheck. I'm getting them shoes. And you ain't got no food in the crib, no in the fridge. You know what I mean?
Put that in
You
a
noodles and noodles all week, but you got
right.
500 pair. I don't even know that. I'm so behind on fashion, it don't make no sense. You know what I mean? But it's the mentality
Yeah.
level individuals, and just like look at what you just said. These is older individuals that's supposed to be example to our young people. And
Mhm.
these older individuals that had a common sense got a nerve to shame our young people.
Right.
Man, they hard headed. They don't dude,
Right.
it's people your age that ain't teaching them right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's more of a shame on the older individuals that can
Mhm.
be consistent to help that young individual, but instead they don't have the patience to.
Right.
I ain't got time for that. I told him already. Oh, that shit don't mean nothing what you said before. You know what I mean? What means something if you kept doing it.
Right.
So you know what I mean? It's that. It's the mentality of folks all the way around the board from every direction. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like and that's why that's what I'm on. Like if we can't align up like that, we ain't on the same mission. Cause I
Yeah.
ain't looking for part timers.
It's true. And going back to the whole branding and the name, right? You are your brand. And the thing about it, this is not just it's not just about gun violence, it's not just about violence, it's about even drugs, even pharmaceutical, right? That, like, for instance, I'll give you an example, and I'm not shaming anything, so you guys do what you do. But, like, for instance, Ozempic and all these other substances that supposedly help reduce the weight or decrease weight or what have you, and then you have people, reputable people that people trust, right, with their brand. And they're like, "Oh, here, look, I'm shooting myself up," and I'm like, I can't even get around. This is just my soapbox. I can't get around a person injecting themselves with a needle. I guess coming from a public health background, I've done
Yeah,
public health for like 17 years, and just time has really changed, right? Before it's like, okay, I get it, like protein powder, protein shake, and all these things, pills, whatever, right? Supplements. But to shoot yourself with a needle
come on.
injection,
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking like the worst, because I'm thinking cross contamination, I'm thinking bloodborne diseases, my whole scientific background. I'm
Whole
just
background come up.
I'm like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is like a biohazard
Yeah.
catastrophe. I can't help it because I will be honest with you. I worked in adverse event reports, like people, consumers just reporting their issues with what they've consumed or what they've done to themselves, right? To
Right.
cause these illness. So I had to do that for years to mitigate these issues. And here I am, like seeing on TV and everywhere. And I'm like, what in the world? What are we coming to? Okay,
Yeah.
I get like the whole insulin because you need the insulin,
Yeah.
but if you don't need it, that's like a more of a
Yeah. Everything we need, they don't get. They don't. It's the
anyway.
stuff that we ain't supposed to have.
But you know, it's really sad when you see a person behind that brand
Yeah.
because it speaks volumes, and so people trust that individual, but they getting paid for that shot, that commercial. You know what I mean? They
Right.
get big money
Hmm.
because they're promoting that substance or whatever. But
Exactly.
but the masses, right? The society, we're like, okay, I'm gonna get that Ozempic. Oh, I'm gonna check on my. They're really, really caveated like the whole healthcare, like, oh, insurance, like check your insurance. They might be paying for it for free or like whatever. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, we already have enough issues.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. I tell you, I had my stepmom because I had got some natural herbs
Mm-mm.
for one of her illnesses that she had in the past, and she said, "Well, I'm gonna take it to the doctor to see if it's okay to take." And I said, "I guarantee you, they even gonna answer it, or they gonna be like, nah, I don't take that." So
Right,
she went to the doctor, and he didn't answer her question the first time. Of course.
right.
I'm like, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know what actually work because they won't make any money.
Right, it won't make any money. Like, I mean, for instance, like grapefruit, right? If you eat like a grapefruit a day, that helps to decrease like your um it just helps to, like, for instance, the fatty substance in your
Yeah.
body, whatever, like a diet,
Oh,
like it's a diuretic.
right.
But
Like I don't eat. I slowed down on the beef and pork. I do that like very periodically. You know what I mean? Especially the beef. And so, but here and there, I will do 30 days without eating the meat. I feel, man, that's a heck of an experience. Like no, and I don't do dairy.
Mhm.
So, but well, since I do when I do eat meat, I flush myself out like every day. I take some sour sop, or
Okay.
when I'm flushing myself completely out, not doing meat for a month or half a month. I
Mhm.
get the natural internal pills, you know what I mean, the blood thinners, and flush everything out. Like that type of stuff is important. Just treating your body right and eating right, your
Mhm.
cardio. It's very, very, very important. And if we don't have those right pieces, the
Mhm.
motivators,
Yeah.
we're in trouble.
And I think that should be included in the bill. That's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
it
The
is.
bill,
Yeah. Oh
all the
yeah.
programs, because we need that mental in
Yeah.
order to get it through the internal. Your internal organs
We
have to
got
be.
we got health and wellness. Like the health and
Yeah.
wellness is that. Shout out to Rashawn. That's my health mentor. He changed my life with dude, that's
Right.
that's the why I'm the way I am now when it comes to putting the right things in my body, the right fluids, the right food. And yeah, like he traveled the world to teach this.
Wow.
So it's an honor for him to bring it to
Wow.
our
Amazing.
babies. Yeah. He gonna come to the event to talk to him for a quick second
Okay. Okay.
about that, have a couple things to give out. Yeah, man. It's my guy.
So speaking about the events, right? What's next for Bill to Get It Right Entertainment for this coming year?
The youth showcases and sound off Saturdays. We want to
Okay.
do. We started sound off Saturday. I want to say maybe last month. Some new episodes, but we just start releasing some that we had in the tuck just so people can get a feel of what we was doing. Because we been, and to be honest with you, that was by accident. Because we be doing so, we've been released these. It be so much going on like that part. So we want to start building up that platform heavily just to get these artists seen. And one of my main priorities is these babies. I'm
Yeah.
already thinking about a whole bringing the New Year's and
Mm,
talent show for the babies. You know,
nice.
like I'm is my main concern is them
Hmm.
getting them all this young talent heard and from where they came up at they upcoming.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because it's so even the kids they going on the outskirts
Mm,
to receive the love that and the support they supposed to be getting here.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Start
true.
with your hometown. So we
Well,
gonna change that dynamic.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Definitely bridging the gap there for sure.
Mhm.
So,
We
so
got
let, huh?
um we got a lot of interviews we've been doing too. So we've
Okay.
been doing interviews on like we done turned into podcasters or whatever you want to call. We shoot documentaries and interviews.
Right.
We're like, shout out to Miss Rhodey though. She threw us that. She threw us the first interview at her event to do all of our
Okay.
interviews. I'm used to being an interview. I'm used to be getting interviewed, not being an interviewer. So that sparked up and opened up a lot of doors. And from that's how we start getting
Oh,
the gigs. So shout out to Miss Rhodey, man, for throwing us that bone, throwing us on that platform, interviewing platform. It's been amazing, man.
yeah.
With the connections that we've been building to help enhance what
Mm,
we already got going on. It's amazing. It's amazing.
wow. Well, let's go to a bonus fun round.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, one-liners.
Okay.
Go to hype track before a big event.
Get at me, dog.
Okay.
Get at me, dog.
I like that. I like that. Favorite Philly spot most people overlook.
Penn's Landing.
You said what?
Penn's Landing.
Penn's Landing. Okay, I definitely need to check that out. Quote or mantra you live by no matter what.
Inspiration.
Okay. Dream collab anyone, any era. Who's on stage with you?
Jay, I gotta say Jada Kiss, man.
Okay.
I gotta say Jada. That's my guy. I gotta say Jada.
One food you must have at the community cookout. Don't say
Food.
potato salad. Let
Oh,
me,
food.
let
It
me.
got it got everybody. If you don't have no chicken, it's not a barbecue.
Okay. I
Barbecue chicken.
barbecue chicken. Okay.
Barbecue. You
No.
ain't got no barbecue chicken. It's not a barbecue.
I love that. One daily habit that keeps you locked in.
Thanking God I woke up every
Mm,
morning. Being thankful for another day.
mm. Finish the phrase. Built is blank.
Different.
Okay. In 3 words, what's your mission?
Making an impact.
And how was your experience here at InTHEknow 360?
Dope, fascinating, exciting, wonderful, lovely, genuine. Oh, I had a great time.
Me too. Well, before I let you go, I'm going to share with the audience your websites. Let's go ahead and get his link tree up here. This is where you have to go. Get Right Entertainment, one word, and then you can find all his plethora of links. You can
Yes,
book
Lord.
with them. And then also, let me go ahead and show them some other stuff here. Um,
I'm
we
working on a
have
built
the
website right now too. Like that's what I've been working on it all day.
here built his built website, and you can also donate. And here's the story. It tells you everything about built. And one more before for the road. I have it here. It is the let's see. Oh, here it is. It is the Get Right Entertainment LLC.
Ooh.
Wow, I love this. Whoever created this.
Oh, that'd be me.
Ah, shout out to you. We need to get together
Yeah,
after the show.
absolutely, absolutely. I
For
said jack of
sure.
all trades. I did
I
but
love it.
I don't deserve all the credit. Marcos, he kicked it off.
Okay.
He started it. I revamped it.
Okay.
We got Jay Lano puts ideas in. Tone puts a lot of ideas in.
Nice.
Tone helped finalize it. And a team. I utilize everybody ideas,
Hmm.
and I put it and I put my own ideas into it, and this becomes the finished product.
I
So
like
again,
this.
team is important. Shout out to Young Dave. That's Young Dave with Jay Lano. Shout out to Young
Oh,
Dave, man.
watch
Great
the
kid.
movie. Oh,
There
wow.
we go.
So nice.
Yes,
I love
Lord. I
this.
appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, that's Harlem, man. Shout out to Harlem. Harlem killed the sound off Saturday back in May, man. They did their thing. Harlem
Wow.
did their thing. Matter of fact, that was June. That was
Wow.
June. Yeah, man. Harlem
It's
did this thing.
nice. I love it. Sound. Okay, okay, for sure. So make sure you guys tap in,
Yes, man.
GetRightENT.com. With that being said, do you have any advice, wisdom, anything you would like to tell the audience, sir?
Yeah, let's connect. I want to connect with everybody. I don't care what your occupation is, what kind of talent you have. Whether you just got started, you thinking about starting, you already started. I want to connect with you. I want to build with you, and we want to make this longevity. I'm big on longevity, so when you connect with me, consider me being there forever. So if
Yes,
you
sir.
don't want no long term relationship, I ain't your guy.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's my love, man. Love. Oh man, one love. I can't wait to get back on here.
Yeah, this
I'm
like
coming back.
many episodes for sure.
Yes, Lord.
And
Yes, Lord.
whoever's part of your team, feel free, and I'll be grateful. I'm honored to support your mission, and I'm here. So, with that being said, thank you. Also, shout out to you and your dad and everyone on the team. And also, let's please continue to support the Unity for Social Justice. Let's free Monster Yo, Prentice Banks, Jay Burton, and all our brothers and sisters that are in need of our support. This has been a broadcast of showing love full circle between InTHEknow 360 and Mr. Craig Patterson Jr.
Mm.
Built, baby. Much love. God bless. And we will see you till
Okay.
next time.
Till
Stay
next time.
safe. Please
Thank you.
and support the community. Support Built and all the communities out here that's making a difference. Much
Peace
love.
and peace and love, Queen.
And don't forget to tap in and watch the new film documentary. It's really a movement called Put the Guns Down, A World Epidemic, produced by Ice-T and directed by Harry C. Carney Sr., director of the film documentary Put the Guns Down, A World Epidemic. And if you guys haven't tapped in yet, please be sure to go on Apple TV, Prime Video, Google TV. Make sure that you check out the film, okay? Put the Guns Down, an world epidemic. And we need to work together for this movement. So I'll see you tonight. Annette, warm-hearted warrior diva at InTHEknow 360. Love you guys. Mwah.